Next on NBC, the world of skating and music converge to celebrate the rich history that is American music. Today, renowned singer and pianist Michael Feinstein will join my friends from the world of skating to pay tribute to the many great genres of American music. So join me, Scott Hamilton, as Singular presents Scott Hamilton and Friends on Ice. Still to come, more music from Michael Feinstein and performances by Katya Gordieva, Stephen Cousins, Renee Roca and Gorsha Sur, Joseph Sababchik, Yuka Sato and Jason Dungeon, Jenny Mino and Todd Sand, Brian Orser, Rory Flack Burkhart, Darlene Love, and, well, me. We'll be right back.
The music that I perform is timeless music. It's classic music. It's called classic American pop. And it's music that appeals to people of many different ages. Scott approached me about a year ago to do all the music for his special, and I was quite excited about it because I'm a big fan of his. He's such a unique, talented, and distinctive artist that to have the chance to collaborate with him is something special. And it gives me an opportunity to do something different musically because he wanted to experiment with all different kinds of genres. So I'm doing all kinds of stuff on this show that I wouldn't normally be doing and meeting some other fantastic artists.
It's wonderful to be with all of you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just so thrilled to be supplying music tonight, to be a part of this incredible event with Scott and these amazingly talented people. I'm going to be singing a lot of songs for you tonight that are from the Great American Songbook, classic songs that have stood the test of time that I love singing. They go very well with all of this choreography. I'm going to do a Gershwin song for you right now. Do you like Gershwin? You know, George and Ira? This is a song that was introduced originally by Fred Astaire. And Ira Gershwin, who wrote these lyrics, was always trying to find love songs that were not on the nose, you know, that kind of said, I love you in a different way. And he had a great sense of humor. There's a lot of humor in his songs. There was a lot of humor in The Man. I had the privilege of knowing him, and one day I asked him how he was feeling, and he said, I'm not so good today. I'm a rhapsody in bruise. But there are no bruises in a Gershwin song.
Skating in Scott's show, it's just great. He brings in a lot of energy for us, and you know, there are days that are really, really long hours for the rehearsals, but he really keeps us going, and he always creates the wonderful show.
He's always worried if everyone is okay, if everyone has enough food, enough rest, enough rehearsals.
I remember when I was 17, I talked to Scott. He was like, one day you'll be in one of my shows. He's an amazing guy, performer, everything. And everybody here, we just get along so well. It's like every time we get to do an event, it's like old homework.
It was 1987, the first time I met Michael Feinstein. We were both in Washington performing different shows, obviously. This is the first time we've done this together.
Yeah, we were in diapers then.
Yes, we were.
Yeah.
Same preschool.
Yes.
Yeah.
You remember that? Yeah, we won't go there.
We forgot it. Anyway, it was after I met him and found him to be this wonderful person that I investigated his music. And he had just come out with a wonderful album. And a song off that album we chose for Stars on Ice in our tour. And the person that skated to it so beautifully, and it became one of his signature pieces. And what a thrill it is for this skater to be able to skate live to a piece of music he's done so many times. Still to come, the beautiful Ekaterina Gordieva and more great renditions of the classics from Mr. Michael Feinstein. We'll be right back.
I'd like to sing you a song from my newest album. It's an album I recorded with the great Jimmy Webb, who is the author of so many classic songs like Didn't We and By the Time I Get to Phoenix and MacArthur Park. And this is a very familiar Jimmy Webb song that it's so familiar that we were kind of tentative about how we were going to do it for this album. And we hit upon an idea to kind of reinvent it as a very romantic and kind of sexy Brazilian bossa nova. And that's how you're going to hear it right now.
You know, Michael, I always loved your music, and I've wanted to skate to something of yours for a long time, but
Yes?
I'm just a little bit concerned.
Well, what could you possibly be concerned about?
Well, look at me. I feel like I don't fit
I
in.
think you look great. Doesn't it? Looks great. I mean, what do you mean, look at you?
Well, thanks, but, you know, this isn't the stuff that I normally skate to.
Well, what do you normally skate to?
Well, it's been primarily straight-up rock or blues.
Straight up rock or blues?
Yes.
And you don't think I can do that, do you?
Oh, I think you can. I'm just hoping you can.
Yeah. Well, actually, you know, I came prepared for all different kinds of music, and I have a perfect solution. Because,
Right.
you know, we have another incredible singer with us tonight, and I think this is the perfect time to bring her out, because I think that the two of you will make magic together. So
Cool.
we go with me on this?
Absolutely,
All right.
yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, present...
Costumes are one of the most important parts of this package, and I think that they reflect the character of the music and the skaters and the numbers we're doing. They're gorgeous, especially my black dress.
We have never skated to Michael Feinstein's music, but he's got such a beautiful voice, and while we're skating, we can feel his emotion and everything, and what all fraternity.
I'm looking forward to some of the songs that I've done for a long time, reinterpreting them with these artists.
Oh, it's awesome. I mean, we're all very good friends, you know, and obviously Scott and Brian and I, we've been friends for 20 some odd years, you know. We're all skating really well, and you know, just, it's more like having fun. See that? That's what I mean.
You know, everybody's talking about American Idol these days and what a new and innovative idea it is to have these contests for young talent. But you know, this has been going on a long time. There was a 1937 Broadway show written by Rodgers and Hart called Babes in Arms that featured all young talent. It featured teenagers on Broadway introducing a lot of songs that became classics. Songs like The Lady is a Tramp, Where or When, and the song I'm going to sing for you now. So I thought it would be appropriate if I brought out a young, talented, hopeful skater. I thought, you know, that kind of fit in with the theme. So if you would be so kind and indulge me and give a warm welcome to this kind of nervous newcomer. So
Still to come, the cast pays tribute to the music of Irving Berlin, and Michael Feinstein honors the Gershwin brothers. Stick around. The arrival of Aiden. I've always had this philosophy that there's a chemical that's released the second you become a parent that gives you a level of mental illness that is something you'll never recover from. And it's true. All objectivity goes right out the window, and all of a sudden all you care about is this little creature that you're holding in your arms. And I told a friend of mine, I said it was really weird because it wasn't a lot of crying, it wasn't a lot of anything, it was just a look, and it was like this gaze. It was absolutely eye-to-eye, pure look. And my friend says he was thinking, you gotta be kidding. I love that. It's been a wonderful learning experience. I'm definitely not the same person I was before he was born, and he's just this great little guy.
here's a song now that was written by Irving Berlin. Now this song is a very important song in the history of Irving Berlin's career because it was one of his first big hits. Now, Irving Berlin is a guy who went on to create such incredible hits like There's No Business Like Show Business, God Bless America, They Say That Falling in Love is Wonderful, White Christmas, Easter Parade. And it all started for Irving Berlin way back in 1911 with this particular song, which was quite innovative in its time because it combined ragtime with American popular music. And that's why it's so important even today to hear it. And people love this song. And it's amazing to think that even though it's almost 100 years old, it still sounds pretty good after all these years.
I've been a big fan of Michael Feinstein for a long time. I actually skated to this piece, Where Do You Start, in like 1990. It's kind of fun to revisit that again and to re-choreograph it. And then now I get to skate to him live. So, I mean, this is going to be incredible.
I think the first word that comes to mind is smooth. You know, he has such a smooth and and a very resounding voice. You can't beat live music and skating with it.
This is a chance in person with him to perform together, skating, you know, musical artists, singing, live. It's heaven. It's fabulous.
I was probably 8 years old. We're at my grandparents' house in Weymouth, Massachusetts, and I got my G.I. Joe space capsule. It was the most exciting morning of my life because I wanted this G.I. Joe space capsule worse than anything in the world, and I had it in my hands, and it was everything I've ever wanted in my life, and it was a defining moment. It was absolutely magic. It was perfect, and it was something that I'll never forget.
I hear you, Scott, but I don't know where you are.
Look over your left shoulder.
Hi. Oh my goodness, hey, how did you get in there?
I'm completely computer generated, absolutely pixelated, the highest technology of the highest technology. Think of me as your show genie. Just knock twice on the piano, and I'll be there when you need me.
That's fantastic. What a generous, thank you, generous genie. That's wonderful. Bless you. Thank you.
Anytime.
Okay, thanks.
Yes?
It's just testing, just testing. Just want to see if it works. It works.
Okay.
Yes, thanks.
Okay.
See you.
Yes?
I'm sorry, Magnificent Genie. What's next?
Oh!
I don't know what's next.
Depression, Rory, Stormy.
Okay, yes, thank you so much. I won't bother you again unless it's really important.
Good luck.
Thank you. See you later. Have fun in geniedom. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a classic American song written in 1933 at the height of the Depression, at a time when our country was not in very good shape, and yet the songwriters were writing eloquent expressions of people's emotions. And even though this is a love song, it's really about what was going on at that time. It was introduced by Ethel Waters in the Cotton Club.
One of these three skaters ended a 2-decade gold medal drought for the United States in men's singles. Was it Dick Button at the 1948 Olympic Games? Was it Timothy Wood at the 68 Games? Or Scott Hamilton at the 84 Games? It's a fact that Dick Button won the first ever U.S. gold medal in men's singles in 1948. And that Timothy Wood won a medal in 68. However, it was a silver. But it was Scott Hamilton in 1984 who held off Canada's Brian Orser to win gold for the U.S. and become the first Yank to do so since David Jenkins 24 years earlier. Scott's scores in the first discipline were so strong that despite spectacular marks by Orser in the short and long programs, Scott was able to hold on and take the gold. And that's a fact. Check out Kroll Factual Data to get the facts on your consumer credit history and to learn about FICO and your FICO score.
What a show. And one of the things that makes it extra exciting for me is being able to share this performance with the lady who is the best singer I know. She is also kind and gentle and very soulful, and I simply adore her. Please welcome back Miss Darlene Love.